All right, in the last video you saw synthetic division and this is long division. So if I saw a problem like this first example right here, I would definitely do synthetic division because I can just put a 3 in the box and go about my business there. But anytime you have a leading coefficient that's not 1, like you have this 2x right here, you can still do synthetic division, but there's like a trick that you have to do to make the answer correct, and so it's easier to do long division. And definitely with a denominator like this, you have to do long division. So sometimes you need it. So here we go. So first of all, you have to remember back to the olden days when you learned how to do long division with regular numbers. You know, like let's say you're trying to divide 3,652 by 25. Okay, so when you do that, you say to yourself, okay, how many times does 25 go into 36? And you say to yourself, okay, 1. Then you do 1 times 25, and you put it down here. And then you subtract. So when you subtract that, you get 1, 1, you bring down your 5. So now you start over again. How many times does 25 go into 115? Well, it goes 4 times, so you put a 4 here. Then you multiply 4 times 25, and that's 100. Subtract, and you go on, okay? So the motions or the steps are pretty much the same thing. You put x minus 3 over here. I got everything in order. 6x to the third minus 25x squared plus 18x plus 9. And then I do this, except I only use the beginning of the problem, x and 6x to the third. What do you multiply x by to make it into 6x to the third? Well, you'd have to multiply by a 6, and you need x squared, right? So that's your choice. 6x squared is your choice. It's the thing that goes right here. And so I'm going to put 6x squared right here. I'm going to do the multiplication and then show you what I got. So to make x into 6x to the third, I need a 6 and an x squared. So I stop right there. This 3 right here just kind of tags along. I still use it, but I don't like think about it to start the problem. So 6x squared times x is 6x to the third. And then 6x squared times negative 3 is negative 18x to the second. All right. So these two things should always match. So when I go to subtract these lines, these cancel. 6 minus 6 is nothing. But you have to be careful of the next part. You have negative 25x squared minus a negative 18x squared. So it's actually going to turn into negative 25 plus 18x squared. They both have x squared, right? So you'd have to be careful of your signs. All right, so these go away when I subtract. Put a big subtraction out here. Draw a line. Negative 25 minus negative 18 is negative 25 plus 18, so it's going to be negative 7x squared. And I bring down the next thing, just one thing at a time, just like over here how I brought down the 5, right? All right, so you start over. What do you need to do to x to make it look like negative 7x squared? Well, you need a negative 7, and you need another x to multiply by. So negative 7x. All right, so let's do it. Negative 7x times x is negative 7x squared. The negative 7x times negative 3 is 21, or plus 21x. Draw a line, subtract. These cancel as they should. 18 minus 21 is negative 3x. And, oops, bring down the 9. So now, again, what do I need to make x look like negative 3x? I need a negative 3. So negative 3 times x is negative 3x, and negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Ooh, look at this when I subtract. These both cancel. I get a remainder of 0. So there is my answer right up top. And I'm done. No remainder. So again, remember that now you know this times this equals the original problem. And so it can help you on your way to factoring. All right, let's look over here. So 2x minus 3. And the numerator, x to the third, x squared, x and 14. There's nothing missing, so I'm ready to just write it down there. All right, so what do I need to do to 2x to make it look like 10x to the third? Again, the 3 is going to be used, but we're not going to use it to make our decision. So 2 times 5 is 10, and I need 2 more x's. So 5x squared. All right, so do it. 5x squared times 2x makes 10x to the third. 5x squared times negative 3 is going to be negative 15x squared. Draw a line, subtract. These cancel. Negative 13 minus a negative 15 turns into a positive 2x squared. Bring down the 5x. All right, what do you need to make 2x turn into 2x squared? Well, all I need is another x. So plus x. So x times 2x is 2x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. Draw a line, subtract. Cancel. 5 minus negative 3, let's see, is 8x. And then minus 14, I'm almost done because my last term brought down. So to make 2x look like 8x, I need a positive 4. So let's do it. I get 8x minus 12. Draw a line, subtract. Negative 14 minus negative 12 turns into negative 14 plus 12. So negative 2. So I can put remainder negative 2 like that. But really, when you write your answer, you write it like this. You write 5x squared plus x plus 4 minus 2 over 2x minus 3. All right. Over here, finally, we have something with something missing. So 3x plus 2 is quite normal, but I'm dividing that into 9x to the third. There is no x squared, so I put plus 0x squared minus x minus 3. You have to leave a placeholder. All right, so to make 3x look like 9x to the third, I need a 3 and an x squared. 3x squared times 3x is 9x to the third. 3x squared times 2 is plus 6x squared. So that's why that placeholder is there, because when I subtract, now I'm subtracting like terms. 0x squared minus 6 is negative 6x squared. Bring down the negative x. To make 3x look like negative 6x squared, I need a negative 2x. So multiply, I get negative 6x squared minus 4x. Draw a line, subtract. Negative 1, that's basically plus 4, so it's 3x minus 3. To make a 3x look like a 3x, all I need is a 1 to multiply by. 1 times 3x is 3x, and then plus 2. Subtract. Negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5, so my remainder is negative 5. But I should write my answer, 3x squared minus 2x plus 1 minus 5 over 3x plus 2. All right, so over here, everything's in order on top or order on the bottom, but it's just a little bit large on the bottom, but that's okay. So 2x to the third plus. All right, so again, you just use the front thing. What does it take to multiply x squared by to turn it into 2x to the third? So I'm going to need a 2 and an x, because 2x times x squared makes 2x to the third. All right, so 2x. So that means it's 2x to the third. And then it's just now I have to multiply this by all three parts. Okay, so it makes minus 4x squared and then plus 2x. Draw a line, subtract, let's be careful. 1x squared minus a negative 4 turns into 5x squared. And negative 4x minus 2x turns into negative 6x. Bring down my 2. All right, to make x squared look like 5x squared, I need a positive 5 and multiply. So I get 5x squared. 5 times negative 2x is negative 10x. 5 times 1 is 5. Draw a line, subtract. These go away as they should. Negative 6x minus a negative 10x turns into positive 4x. 2 minus 5 is negative 3. So my remainder is 4x minus 3, but I should write my answer as 2x plus 5 plus 4x minus 3 over x squared minus 2x plus 1.